Sleep is not just a cessation of bodily movement. It is a hidden power that charges our lives and renews our energy every night. It is a moment when we close our eyes, yet the mind remains open as the brain and body embark on a delicate journey to reorganize everything: thoughts, memories, energy, and even mood. However, many of us have lost those magical moments of deep sleep that were natural in childhood and have now become hard to attain amidst the noise of life and the long demands of the day. This book opens up the secrets of sleep that we have overlooked or ignored. You will discover how every cell in your body interacts with light, food, and emotions, and how you can restore your natural sleep without pills or chemical tools. You will learn that sleep is not a distant goal, but a natural state of harmony that can be regained through awareness and simple training. In every chapter, you will find practical steps and clear ideas that help you calm the mind, relax the body, and regulate your biological clock. You will learn how to make the nights a peaceful refuge and how to transform sleep from an annoying struggle into a close friend that restores your energy, focus, and creativity. Every moment of deep sleep will rebuild your mental and physical capabilities, opening up opportunities for living better and more harmoniously with yourself and the world. The sleep you will regain is not just a period of rest but a foundation for your health, your mind, and your daily life. With this book, the journey of rediscovering yourself begins in the peace and quiet of the deep night, returning strength and vitality to your body, making every new day an opportunity for greater creativity and deeper focus. Before we begin, make sure to click the like and subscribe button, because what you will learn today could be the turning point you have been waiting for. Chapter 1. The Secret of Lost Sleep. Have you ever wondered why sleep does not come easily to you even when you are exhausted and tired? Why do the city lights turn off around you while your mind remains ignited with thoughts and worries? Sleep, that simple act that was natural in our childhood, has now become a rare luxury in the lives of most people, as if we have lost the ability to trustfully close our eyes and let the body do what it was created to do. The night has transformed from a time for rest to a battlefield, a struggle between the body that seeks calm and the mind that insists on racing in every direction. We live in a time that knows no stop. Notifications chase us, lights drown us, and responsibilities tire us. Amidst this noise, we have lost the simplest human skill we have known since birth: to sleep peacefully. Sleep is not an optional luxury, it is a vital need like air and water. Without it, our balance is disrupted, emotions change, and our ability to think and make decisions weakens. Every cell in your body needs the night hours to repair itself, regain its energy, and reorganize the chaos of the day. But when we deprive it of that, we begin to slowly collapse both physically and emotionally, even in our capacity to rejoice. Science tells us that the body does not forget. You might think you are getting used to staying up late, but the truth is that you are deteriorating without realizing it. Every night you waste resisting sleep is a debt you pay from your health, from your mental clarity, and from your ability to be present in your next day. Nevertheless, the author does not encourage fear or self-flagellation but rather curiosity and understanding. Sleep is not a closed puzzle. It is a precise system designed by the body to function in harmony with light, time, and emotions. When we understand how it works, we can rebuild our relationship with it anew, not as a heavy burden but as a return to our original nature. This journey does not begin with sleeping pills or passing advice but with a simple question: what happens inside my brain when I sleep? Here, the next chapter takes us to discover together how the brain sleeps and how it rearranges life each night in silence. Chapter 2. How the Brain Sleeps. When you close your eyes at the end of the day, it does not mean your body has stopped working. On the contrary, at that moment, a marvelous silent show begins inside your brain. Your cells start moving, hormones change, and electrical waves slow down as if lowering the tempo in preparation for the symphony of rest. Sleep is not a break from life but an intelligent transformation in its operation. The brain enters successive stages like a journey that glides from the surface to the depths. At first, light drowsiness grips you, a state between wakefulness and dreaming. Then you dive deeper into calmer sleep where muscles begin to relax, and your breath becomes slower. Finally, you reach deep sleep, the stage where the body repairs what is damaged and the brain renovates its memories and emotions. What happens without your awareness? Your body is undergoing maintenance, and your brain is sorting memory files, keeping what benefits you and erasing what burdens you. It is a remarkable system of self-equilibrium designed by nature to restore you stronger than you were the day before. But any small disruption to this system, a bright light, stress, a late coffee, or a lingering thought, can spoil this serene journey. Good sleep does not depend solely on the bed or pillow but on the internal rhythm that governs your body. Light tells your brain when it is time to sleep, food provides the energy needed for balance, and emotions shape the mood you enter the night with. It is a delicate web of signals woven each day from the simple details of your life. When you understand this process, you realize that insomnia is not a mystery but rather a result of disruption in this harmony. Sleep cannot be forced, it must be regained through understanding. The first step toward deep sleep is to treat your body not as a machine that needs an off switch, but as a living being that needs harmony. But what happens when this system loses its balance? When night turns into a battle between awareness and drowsiness? This is what we will discover in the next chapter, where the author reveals why some nights become battlegrounds and how we can reclaim our peace with sleep once more. Chapter 3: When Nights Become Battles. Some nights resemble others. You lie in bed, turn off the lights, and close your eyes, but sleep eludes you like a frightened child. The more you try to force yourself to sleep, the more alert your mind becomes. You flip the pillow, change your position, check the clock, and start a silent war against your body. Here, the night that was created for serenity transforms into a hidden battle between you and yourself. But the truth that many overlook is that insomnia is not your enemy. It is a message from your body saying there is something wrong in your daily balance. Perhaps you thought too much, or carried your worries to bed, or excessively looked at your phone before sleep. Insomnia is not a coincidence. It is a natural response to an unbalanced life and a structured reaction from a brain trying to protect you from stress. Most people think the solution is to try harder, but sleep does not like to be forced. It is like tranquility. You cannot make it, but only prepare the conditions for it to come to you naturally. The more you press yourself to sleep, the more anxious your mind becomes, and the further sleep drifts away. Comfort is not seized by force but is received by surrendering. Chapter 4: Sleep Myths. One of the most exhausting things that occupy our minds before we sleep is not a lack of sleep itself but the wrong ideas about sleep. We carry in our minds a list of strict rules without origin and then punish ourselves when we fail to follow them. We think that good sleep means 8 uninterrupted hours at a specific time in an ideal position, as if our bodies were identical machines. But the truth is that sleep does not adhere to rigid rules. It follows a unique rhythm in each person. The first myth that needs to collapse is that I must sleep for a full 8 hours. This number is not a biological law but a statistical average that does not apply to everyone. Some people need only 6 hours to feel refreshed, while others need 9. What matters is not the duration but the depth and quality. How do you feel upon waking up? Do you regain your energy or drag your body like a stone? The second myth is that early sleep is always better. The truth is that your body has an internal clock that differs from others. Some naturally sleep early, while others feel clarity in the quiet hours of the night. It is not about sleeping at 10 or 2 in the morning. It is about maintaining a regular sleep and wake time because the brain prefers a consistent rhythm more than it favors the timing itself. Then comes the nap, which is unjustly accused of spoiling night sleep. However, recent studies show that a short nap of 15 to 30 minutes helps renew the brain's energy and improves focus and mood. The problem isn't with naps but with overdoing them or timing them close to the evening. The correct nap is like rebooting the system, not severing the current. Among the myths that instill fear in minds is that insomnia means you are sick. Insomnia is not a disease but a warning signal. It can sometimes result from emotional stress or changes in lifestyle, or even from the anxiety of not sleeping itself. When you reconcile with the idea that insomnia is a symptom, not an enemy, fear transforms into understanding and understanding into relaxation. As you break these myths down one by one, you begin to realize that sleep is neither a strict science nor a mysterious riddle but rather a living balance between body, mind, and environment. You start to understand yourself, not comparing your body to others or measuring your sleep in numbers. Instead, it is a return to the original state of listening to what your body tells you rather than what rumors dictate to you. Yet, amidst all this understanding, there remains a hidden enemy that stealthily slips in each night, stealing our comfort without us noticing. A silent, shining, and alluring friend we hold in our hands and look at before we fall asleep. The smartphone. Chapter 5. Your enemy friend, the phone. It is the closest thing to you, placed beside your pillow, touched before sleep, and opened first thing in the morning. It is your daily companion, your news source, and stage for your small and big thoughts. But behind this silent companion hides the most dangerous thief of your body and mind's comfort. The smartphone is not because it's an evil machine, but because it steals from you without you noticing, minute by minute, until you forget how to calm down before sleep. The author describes it as an enemy friend because we do not notice its effects until our eyes grow heavy without sleep. The blue light emitted from the screen may not seem harmful, but it cleverly deceives your brain. This light sends a signal saying daylight is still present, halting your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that announces the start of night within your cells. Thus, you remain awake with a weary body and a mind that refuses to sleep, simply because you opened a message or watched a short clip. But the danger doesn't stop at the light. It also lies in the endless flow of information, images, news, notifications, and stories. Each tap keeps your mind in a state of readiness like a soldier awaiting orders. Over time, the brain loses its ability to transition from alertness to calm because we no longer allow it to rest. The phone does not only steal sleep, it also reprograms our brains for constant anxiety. The solution is not to eliminate the phone but to regain control over it. Start with what the author calls digital fasting. Stop using screens an hour before sleep. Make that hour special for yourself by adjusting the light, drinking something warm, listening to calm music, or reading a few pages from a book. Let your mind know that night has begun and that it's time to dim the lights inside as well. These seemingly simple steps hold immense power. When you give your brain a clear signal that day has ended, it will automatically return to its natural system. You will discover that sleep does not require superhuman effort, but rather harmony with your internal rhythm. Chapter 6. The Biological Clock. Have you ever thought that you have a clock inside you that never stops working? It is neither a watch on your wrist nor a clock on your phone, but a genuine clock embedded in every cell of your body. It knows when you should sleep, when you should wake up, when your body is hungry, or when it needs rest. It is the biological clock, the maestro conducting the orchestra of your daily life without you realizing it. When this clock operates in harmony, you feel in sync with yourself and the world. You wake up refreshed, sleep deeply, and eat at the right times. But when this clock is isolated, everything begins to collapse silently. Your sleep becomes fragmented, your mood swings, and your energy depletes for no apparent reason. Here, we realize that the problem lies not within you but in your internal timing, which has been lost amidst the noise of the era. This clock does not measure time in seconds but in light and darkness, in movement and stillness, in the nature we have forgotten to listen to. When you stay up late in front of your phone screen until midnight, you send a misleading signal to your brain that it is still daylight, delaying the production of melatonin, the hormone that calls for sleep. And when you eat a heavy meal before dawn, you confuse your body, which is not prepared for digestion at that time. Every small action of yours affects the hands of this internal clock are often at war for those who work night shifts or travel between continents. They live in a battle with time itself. Their bodies say it's time to sleep, but reality demands they stay awake. This conflict between the internal rhythm and the external world makes sleep difficult, moods unstable, and energy scattered. Nevertheless, winter assures that the clock can be reset just like we reset our wristwatches after traveling. Light is your first tool to correct this imbalance. Expose yourself to sunlight in the morning and open the windows when you wake up. Let natural light inform your body that the day has begun. In the evening, turn off bright lights and reduce screen time. Let darkness return to remind you that it is time to rest. Along with light, there are two other equally important elements: movement and food. Engage in light physical activity during the day and eat your meals at regular times. With these simple steps, you send a clear message to your body: everything is in its place at its time. When you start living according to your internal clock, you won't need an alarm to wake you up or pills to help you sleep. You will feel that your body becomes your trustworthy guide, telling you when to move and when to rest, when to work and when to relax. It's a return to the natural rhythm we were created to follow. But sometimes, even when your clock is set, there is a hidden enemy that quietly steals your sleep: anxiety. Those nagging voices in your head when you turn off the lights. In the next chapter, we will delve into this silent struggle between the anxious mind and elusive sleep, discovering how to calm the mind to let the body surrender. Chapter 7: Anxiety and Sleep. It's midnight and everything around you is still, but a storm rages in your head. You close your eyes, but thoughts swarm like they are in an endless race. What if I fail? What if I can't? You open your eyes again, staring at the ceiling, realizing that sleep has eluded you once more. This is how anxiety begins stealing our sleep, not with loud noises but in heavy silence. The relationship between anxiety and sleep is complex yet clear in its effects. Anxiety prevents you from sleeping, while lack of sleep increases your anxiety. It's a vicious cycle. The more you try to escape, the more it pulls you in. The anxious mind knows no silence, and sleep only comes when silence prevails. Therefore, the sleep battle is not fought in bed but in the mind. When your sleep decreases, your brain interprets the world as a more dangerous place than it is. Your reactions become stronger, your thoughts more pessimistic, and small things appear as impending disasters. Thus, your body turns into a constant alarm. Winter reminds us of a simple truth: you cannot force yourself to sleep, just as you cannot force yourself to be calm. But you can set the stage for it. Invite sleep instead of chasing it. Start with your breathing. Take a slow, deep inhale, then slowly exhale, as if you're emptying your mind of all noise. Try writing before bed, not to analyze your thoughts but to unload them onto paper and leave them there. Learn to accept thoughts instead of resisting them. Pushing a thought away makes it stronger, but gently noticing it makes it lose its grip. With these small steps, you rebuild the bridge between your calm body and your restless mind. Sleep doesn't demand a battle, it requires surrender. Be aware of telling your mind, "I am okay right now," and allow your body to return to its nature. At that moment, your breath begins to stabilize, your muscles relax, and drowsiness arrives not as a heavy guest but as a gentle friend returning after a long absence. However, anxiety is not the only thief stealing your sleep. Sometimes the reason is closer than you think: in your plate of food, in your coffee cup, or in the timing of your last meal. Chapter 8: Food and Sleep. Did you know that what you put in your mouth before sleep might be the primary culprit for sleepless nights? Not just what you eat, but when you eat and how you consume it. They dictate the depth and quality of your sleep. Your body is not a machine. It's a living being affected by the substances entering it, translating every meal into a message that either calms or alerts you. Caffeine is a clear example. A cup of coffee in the afternoon may seem ordinary, but it keeps your brain alert and delays the natural production of melatonin. Sugary foods and heavy meals also do not help. They burden your digestive system and keep your brain alert instead of allowing it to relax. Heavy food makes sleep difficult. Light and suitable foods bring sleep as a gentle breeze whispering to you, "It's time to rest." But it's not just about avoiding harmful items. It's about adopting food habits that enhance sleep. A balanced meal at the right time, sufficient water, some magnesium, and vitamins that help calm the nervous system create an ideal internal environment for deep sleep. For example, oats, nuts, or a warm cup of milk before bed may have a more soothing effect than any complicated technique. The timing of meals is as important as their content. Try to leave a gap of 2 to 3 hours between your last heavy meal and bedtime. Allow your body to digest before it sinks into the world of dreams. Thus, the golden rule is achieved. The body and brain are ready for rest, and the mind remains clear and prepared for natural sleep. Food does not work alone. It's part of a complete system that maintains your sleep. What you eat, when you eat, and how much you drink, all of these send precise signals to the biological clock we discussed in the previous chapter. Healthy nutrition restores your brain and body to their natural harmony, making sleep not just a distant dream but a daily reality easily attainable with proper dietary foundations. You may feel that sleep pills are unnecessary. In the next chapter, we will explore how to sleep without medication and how to train the body to regain its natural sleep without relying on sedatives or chemical stimulants. Chapter 9: Sleep without medication. Many of us resort to sleeping pills in search of quick and easy sleep, believing that the solution lies in a small drug. But the truth confirmed by Winter is that pills treat symptoms, not causes. They may grant you nightly sleep temporarily but do not restore your body's natural ability to regulate sleep nor teach your mind how to calm down. Thus, sleeping pills become just a temporary trick, while the underlying issue remains, waiting for another day to return. The real alternative is natural and simple. Training for sleep as a skill can be reinstated. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, teaches you how to manage bothersome thoughts before sleep, how to stop resisting insomnia, and how to prepare your mind and body for rest without any medications. It's a reprogramming of your thinking patterns and lifestyle, not merely a temporary fix. A nightly routine is one of the most powerful tools. When you set a specific time for bed with activities that calm your mind, like reading, deep breathing, or listening to soft music, your body begins to anticipate sleep before your mind knocks on its door. This routine teaches your body that night is a time for rest, so it stops unnecessary vigilance and gradually surrenders. Meditation and relaxation exercises are two other keys to restoring natural sleep. Just a few minutes of focusing on your breath or observing thoughts without judgment can calm the mind and alleviate the tension that steals sleep. The mind then becomes like a tranquil lake, its surface smooth, not disturbed by waves of anxiety or racing thoughts. The author reminds us that sleep is a skill that can be reclaimed through training, not through pills. All you need is patience, commitment, and awareness of your body's signals. Over time, you will notice that your sleep becomes deeper, waking up becomes easier, and energy returns to your body and mind without any chemical intervention. When you master these skills, sleep transforms from just a time of rest into an effective tool for recharging your daily life. The mind and body begin to harmonize as if nature has regained its balance within you. In the next chapter, we will see how this deep sleep affects your daily mental performance, how good sleep not only calms your body but also opens doors to creativity, focus, and the ability to think clearly. Chapter 10. Sleep and Mental Performance. Sleep is not a luxury, it is the hidden fuel that powers all the engines of the mind. Creativity, focus, memory, and problem-solving ability all are directly affected by the number of hours and the quality of sleep. When you sleep well, your mind becomes sharp, fluid, capable of connecting ideas and generating solutions quickly. However, lack of sleep is akin to working with a low battery. No matter how hard you try, your energy will remain limited and your performance below the required level. Winter illustrates this with examples from the lives of scientists and athletes who have made sleep part of their strategies for success. An athlete who sleeps well recovers physical strength faster and increases focus during training and competition. A scientist who respects his sleep can think clearly, recall precise details, and discover solutions that would not have occurred to him when fatigued. Sleep is not only for physical rest but also for rejuvenating the brain. During sleep, brain cells reorganize information, filtering important memories and eliminating the clutter produced by the long day. This internal order allows you to learn faster, remember better, and wake up in the morning as if your mind has gained a completely new energy. Lack of sleep also affects your mood and decisions. An exhausted mind tends to rush, overinterpret, and exaggerate daily challenges. However, with sufficient sleep, you gain clarity and inner calm, even in difficult situations, and you can handle problems more efficiently. Winter points out an important fact. Sleep cannot easily compensate for a single night of rest. One good night isn't enough to make up for weeks of sleep deprivation. Hence, paying attention to sleep becomes a daily investment in your mental and physical performance, not just a temporary moment of rest. When you recognize this, your thinking about sleep begins to shift. It transforms from a mundane routine into a powerful tool, a powerful resource rather than a dull obligation. Nights become opportunities to recharge your mind, regain your focus, and unleash your full creativity. In the next chapter, we'll move on to how to build a practical routine that ensures you a peaceful and deep sleep, making excellent mental performance a daily habit rather than a distant dream. Chapter 11. How to build a routine for peaceful sleep. Good sleep starts from the moment you open your eyes in the morning, not just when you lie down in bed. Winter explains that the daily routine is the most powerful tool to reset your body and mind for natural sleep. It's not a complicated routine but a set of simple, disciplined habits that inform your body. This is your day, and this is your time for rest. Start the day with natural sunlight as soon as you wake up. Morning light resets your biological clock, alerts the brain, releases activity hormones, and determines when the day begins and when it ends. Throughout the day, move about, engage in physical activity, and have your meals at regular times. All these details create a balanced rhythm between body and mind. Learn to separate work from rest. Set times for mental tasks and times to stop thinking about work before sleep. Your mind needs moments of calm before entering the realm of dreams. Otherwise, it will remain alert like a constant guard and disrupt your deep sleep. Before bed, create a calming personal ritual. Read a few pages of a book, practice deep breathing, or listen to soft music. Avoid screens, bright lights, and complex decisions. The more you repeat this ritual daily, the more your body will instinctively anticipate sleep with no resistance or struggle. The key in routines is not self-punishment but consistency and flexibility together. Consistency allows your body to know when it is time to sleep, while flexibility prevents you from feeling pressured or frustrated. If you are delayed some nights, every little step adds to your body's natural program, making sleep an easy and natural process. Winter confirms that the result isn't just deep sleep for one night, but a complete transformation in how your body and mind interact with day and night. The daily routine brings you back control over your time and energy, making sleep not a difficult task but a natural part of your daily life. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into restoring the relationship with sleep to understand how it can transform from a constant struggle into a close friend that accompanies you each night with peace and tranquility. Chapter 12. Restoring your relationship with sleep. Sleep is not an enemy, as many believe. It's not a foe to be conquered with force or pills, nor a moment that steals from you. It is an old friend we have forgotten amid the noise of our daily lives. When we see it this way, everything begins to change. Insomnia is no longer a battle, and long nights are no longer a source of concern but opportunities to reconnect with our bodies and minds. Restoring this relationship begins with listening to your body and understanding its needs. Grant yourself the permission to feel sleepy when the time comes and allow your mind to calm instead of fighting it. This is the first step toward deep, restful sleep. The thoughts that once kept you from sleeping become mere quiet companions rather than enemies stealing your peace. Good sleep is not a reward you earn after a hard day. It is a natural state of harmony. A harmony between what you do during the day, how you think, and the nature of your body and the internal rhythm of your biological clock. Everything converges to create the perfect moment for rest, where drowsiness naturally arises from this harmony, not something forced upon you. Winter affirms that sleep requires patience and commitment, but it is not a burden. It is a process of rediscovering yourself, learning the language of your body, and understanding how to give your mind a chance to calm down after a day of activity and thought. Every night becomes a small journey toward regaining your strength and vitality. When you stop chasing sleep, sleep begins to chase you. You find yourself diving into deep sleep, waking up effortlessly, and feeling renewed, as if the night has worked to repair and rejuvenate you without your awareness. The relationship with sleep becomes one of trust and reassurance, free from fear or tension. Sleep is a bridge between the mind, body, and the outside world. When you appreciate this bridge, the night becomes a place of inner peace. The mind regains its vigor, the body restores its strength, and the soul calms. Each moment of sleep becomes a true gift to yourself, not just a stretch of time spent in bed. In the end, restoring sleep means regaining your complete balance. When you treat it as a friend and understand it, and respect your internal rhythm, sleep will no longer be a fleeting event but a constant companion that accompanies you each night with tranquility and calm, allowing each new day to begin with vitality, creativity, and true harmony. And here we reach the end of the book. I hope you subscribe to the channel and like it if you enjoyed the book. Goodbye, until the next video.